Hello everybody, and this is Chaos with Chaos Esports Productions, bringing you another Bronze Masters League Series game. We are looking at a PvP today, and PvP is still by far my worst matchup. I have yet to find a build that says, try me every single time you play PvP. I see a lot of 3-gate expand builds. I see a lot of 2-gate robos. I see nothing's working for me. I'd really like to know what you guys are doing as far as PvP goes. I really haven't found a build that says I'm the build to do in PvP. Obviously, you need to be diverse, but for me, as you know, with my PvZ, I've kind of found one build that I'm very, very comfortable with. I really like it. It's very solid, and I'd like to have a build with each of the matchups before I start to expand my horizons as far as build go. So basically, wow, is he? No, he's not completely up a probe. Wow, Vent is loud today. That is unfortunate. I will have to turn that off here in a moment. But yeah, so PvP, what I tend to do is I tend to scout fairly early because I want to know how early my opponent takes a second gas. If he takes a very early second gas, then it's one of two things. It's either Stargate or DTs. The likelihood of them going robo from an early gas is very slim, because you can actually kind of do a 3-gate robo off of one gas. I mean, it's not good per se, but you can delay that second gas significantly. So, gonna be going for a standard opener, kind of the normal 2-gate stuff. Get out my cybernetics core, continue on warping and probes, get up a second gas. So he scouts my second gas, I scout his. Everything's hanky-dory. I go ahead and plant down a pylon over here in case he tries to do anything cheeky and take out his probe. Chrono boost out another stalker. And at this point, I don't know where he's going from there. I'm gonna pause for a second and show you guys what I saw. So I saw the robo plant down. So I know what I know we're doing kind of the same style build. And in general, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm okay with just he pokes in with a couple stalkers. My third stalker gets out, and things are grand. Gets his observer. One thing that I do like doing, just because you never know, I like getting my immortal before my observer. I don't know if this is okay or if this is. I just like to do this in case of early pressure. That way, the immortal's already out, and yes, you've delayed your observer, but in general, it's a lot more solid in my opinion. So I actually do. I do get my nexus down a lot quicker than he does. Probably because he gets his robotics bay up a lot faster than mine. So in this position, I feel kind of awkward because I know I'm a little. I mean, units wise, I'm pretty even. It's just I know he's teched up a lot higher than I have. One of the things that I was thinking about when I kind of was in this position, I was kind of like, well, maybe I should just go ahead and, since I know he's getting out his Colossus, maybe I should just try and pressure and take out as many Colossus as possible. But actually, I think the better response, I mean, upgrades wise, he hasn't started them. I'm working on +1. +1's about halfway done. He's just now started his forge, so my upgrades are going to be significantly quicker than his. And I think at this point, I probably should have just went ahead and planted down a Stargate and started my Void Rays. As we can see, he's already planted down his Stargate and is kind of going for that, later game composition. So, like I said, overall, this matchup is very, very. If you go one route, you kind of are forced to continue down that path. I am not doing a very good job of keeping my minerals low. So basically what I did with this engagement is I morphed in a whole... Here, let's back it up a little. Okay, and then we'll slow this down. So this engagement is kind of interesting. So my zealots aren't in the best position, so that's one thing that's hurting me already. And at this point, I'm trying to focus down with the immortals, his Colossus, because those are going to be the big, heavy damage units. And I don't focus down his Colossus quick enough. I'm doing a fairly decent... Yeah, basically what that boiled down to is I didn't have a very good unit composition. Like, all my zealots had died, which in close quarter combat, obviously the zealots pretty much are OP against this composition. But since I lost the majority of them in the engagement against the Colossus, that pretty much renders this attack useless. So that already puts me behind. You know, we can see his supply is significantly higher than mine. And basically, at this point, it kind of just turns into this: I'm going to stay at my base, you're going to stay at your base, and then he actually ends up expanding faster than me because he knows he's ahead, and he can do that. And then I get a little bit greedy because I'm just like, I need to build a big army. He moves kind of to a middle position, which is fine for him. My observer, like, I don't see his units with my observer, so I'm like a little worried. And then I went ahead and said, well, you know, when it went behind, go Dark Shrine. So I went ahead, got DTs, went to do a little bit of harass. He already had cannons up at his third, which is obviously smart for him. But at this point, I'm definitely significantly behind. If we look at his Void Ray count, it is way higher than mine. Yeah, he's got like four more Void Rays than me. So not looking too good. And then he actually chooses to go for the base race scenario, which I found kind of interesting. I did try to like double expand-ish, but I saw him going for the base trade, so I was like, okay, I know I'm behind, so might as well make the best of it. We both get supply blocked really quick. I probably should have just, rather than focusing down the pylons, I probably should have just A-moved to let them, you know, disperse the attack all over the place and make it quicker. That probably would have been a lot better. As we can see, though, I take out pretty much all of his buildings except for his third, and then obviously he takes my natural. Smart on his part. And I probably, yeah. Basically, I come in here, I try to focus down the pylons to minimize the amount of damage that I take. Take out the rest of this base. He's starting to come in here with his units. And since he's got way more stuff than I do, 155 supply to 72. Basically, this game is more or less over. So I plead to you, find me a build somewhere. I just want to try get something down solid and not feel like I'm just trying something random and hoping that it works. Because I feel like the matchup PvP is, it's not working for me. I can't quite make it work, and in general, it just hasn't been working out. It's probably my worst matchup, so I would definitely be interested to see what you guys have as far as builds to go. So I will leave it up to you guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Let me know what you think, and I will definitely be sure to try out whatever I get as far as comments down below. If you enjoyed, feel free to hit the like button, share with your friends, make your favorites, do all that fun stuff. Also, feel free to subscribe if you are new. I post videos about twice a week. I'm going to try and do a little bit more than that here shortly, but for now it will continue on being twice a week. So, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.